Hello and welcome everyone to another Northbasics video on this channel. Today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the new released Snake clan. It should have been the most roguish clan in our little island, and I think this goal has definitely been achieved, since a lot of this clan's strategies revolve around pressuring other players and trying to take away from them what would be rightfully theirs. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into the video. The most important thing to say about the Snake clan is that it has no fame. Yeah, you heard right, your fame count will be locked at 0 and you will not have the chance to win any game by fame, and you won't get a bonus for reaching the Fane and Jarl marks of fame. So it won't make too much sense for you trying to rush for the middle tile if your only purpose isn't to take it away from the other players. Also, clearing out Draga entombs and wolf dens will be less worthy for a Snake clan player, since you'll just won't get as much out of it than another clan would. The Snake clan hasn't any really outstanding eco buffs and rather military ones, what makes it a clan that definitely benefits from offensive playstyle. Therefore the clan already starts into the game with its WARCHIEF SIGNY that has quite some tricks up her sleeve. With the patch the Snake clan got introduced, the food consumption of WARCHIEFs got actually turned down to 0, and they won't need any house spots anymore, so you don't gotta feel bad about your early WARCHIEF. At the start of the game, SIGNY is comparable to a normal warrior with 50 life, 10 attack and 9 resistance. Maybe a little bit better resistance of course, but if you try to clear with her alone in the early game, you will quickly see her limits in that regard. So I usually like to go for a quite normal attempt of early clearing with 2 warriors, and rather take SIGNY as an additional damage dealer that will get a little stronger over the next years. So could maybe use to soak some damage instead of injuring villagers for the clearing. In the following year, or rather in the spring of the next year, she will get 20% more movement speed, a ranged attack, and her stats go up to 65 life, 13 attack, and her resistance stays at 9. With every year now she will get stronger and stronger until the 10th year, where she will be as strong as a berserker, and all your opponents are most likely gone already. But you can be sure that all the leftover neutrals will be stuttering over the power of your ranged berserker that is also able to move over the map like a skirmisher after the 3rd year is reached. That means she can enter tiles with neutrals in them without getting attacked from them, and they will only attack if you engage the fight. In the 3rd year she will also get her ability Scorched Earth. It can be used on any tile after a channel time of 5 seconds, where she needs to position herself in the middle of a tile and it cannot be skipped by anything else than you. She will burn the ground off the tile for the next 3 months, what will reduce the production of their tile by 50% and improve the Snake clan's units and buildings by 50%. So you can use it to hurt your opponent's eco or help out your own one. Also, I can imagine it to be a good tool when you are just harassing an opponent player, so you can park your units on a tile that you just stole from him and leaving some negative effects even when you happen to just lose your units. The Snake clan has of course not only a new WARCHIEF, but also a few interesting lores that we're going to take a look on now. One of the last lores on the upper lore tree of the Snake clan, called Stolen Lore, shows the roguish self of the Snake clan in the best way. You will be able to choose one of the other clan's lores that is in the same position. That could be Advanced Silos, Field Rations, Legacy, the Great Explorer, Harpoons or Industrious, with Field Rations and Legacy being the strongest choices in my opinion, while I think that there's still room to experiment with the other choices. The military tree starts with a surprise. Since you won't see the usual weaponsmith laughing at you, it will rather be Under Pressure that will only offer you plus 20% damage improvement for skirmishers and not for all of your units. Therefore you will get plus 2 happiness and plus 2 food production for every enemy clan that you set under pressure, by positioning a unit next to one of their tiles or right into it when you feel like it. I think this effect will be more effective in team games and free-for-all, since the potential payout of this lore is obviously a lot higher there. 2 steps later on the military tree we have the guerrilla tactics instead of the military ones, giving all of your units 2% higher attack power for every villager that you killed, up to a maximum of 40%. So this lore should easily be enough to compensate for the missing weaponsmith, but you will need to have a quite offensive playstyle to actually make use of it. Going to the trading tree, we can see that coinage has been replaced with black market, giving all immersions only 10% of a production bonus, while making you able to trade with clans that you have bad relationships with or even are in war with. Your trading to those clans will also be improved by 75%, while you gotta keep in mind that this has been cut by 50% before because you have bad relationships to that clan. It's important to say right here that the opposing clan will not get any of the resources you are trading with them, what you of course don't want to do if you can get around it. One of the last lores on that tree is Rapacious Exploitation that can give the clan +2 happiness for every tile that you control with a shipwreck or ruin on it. This lore can of course be highly useful or unuseful depending on your current situation. So definitely keep your eyes open for situations where you can really benefit from this lore, since I think if you get less than 4 happiness for this lore, it may be worth a little more to build a brewery and go for another lore instead that may help you to get to the juicy ones like Stolen Lore or Guerrilla Tactics. This word about the Snake Clan's lore tree. Let's shortly conclude what we have learned about the Snake Clan right now. I think that we can all agree on the Snake Clan being one of the more aggressive clans of Northgard. It will benefit from pressuring its opponents early more than most of the other clans, excluding the Wolf Clan of course. But I think that it lacks a little bit of eco bonuses to really dominate in a duel or FFA, and it should rather try to have something else in its back, like the updated trade wind for example. In team games I can definitely see the skirmishers working in an early push, also trying to get those sweet guerrilla tactics stacks, so you could even swing into warriors or extras afterwards when the situation allows it. The Stolen Lore helps the Snake Clan to stay versatile in both situations, giving it possibly the chance to build up an eco that could at least be called decent, or turning it with field rations into an aggressive machine. Altogether I think the Snake Clan is a very adaptive clan that will definitely need some games before you can play them on their full potential. I like the Snake Clan a lot and I would say that it is definitely worth a try. So if you enjoy playing the Wolf Clan and want to benefit from an offensive playstyle, you will most likely have also a good time with them. Even though their duel and FFA strategies might need to look a lot different if you can't steamroll it from your first attack. I hope you learned everything you needed to know about the Snake Clan and you enjoyed this video. Maybe we see us back in the next Northbasics video.